Hey guys, it's Mad Friday, welcome back. How are you guys? I'm alright. Hope you're alright. Right, today we're going to be doing a quick review on one of the more heavily armoured tier 8 heavies in the game, the KV-4. This thing, it can be an absolute fortress, or it can be a big lumbering pile of dog doo-doo, depending on what map you're on. And if you know how to angle and side scrape properly, it's a bit like E100. It can either be OP armor wise, or on an open map you can just get completely outflanked by well played mediums and stuff like that and ripped to shreds. So you really need to use this tank to hold up choke points or to push from the front in sort of, linear action. Open maps like Red Shy it doesn't particularly do very well on. So straight into it then guys. This tank, tier 8 Russian heavy tank, it can get up to 30 kilometers an hour top speed. It will take a while to get there. Even though it has a 1200 horsepower engine, it is a very heavy tank, so it will take a long time to get to its 30 kilometer an hour top speed. But if you can get to 30 kilometers an hour and you get presented with a nice enemy tank to ram, do it. It's great for ramming. It does a lot of damage, and you don't take much damage in return because of the weight. One of the worst points about this tank is the chassis rotation. Bear in mind these stats are the fully upgraded stats. It's 18 degrees a second, one of the slowest in the game, and you will notice it. That's what I was saying about open maps and getting outmaneuvered. This tank takes a very long time to turn, but the turret rotation is a little better at 30 degrees a second. So that's not too bad. If you can combine the tracks with the turret, you will be able to turn to face your enemies, at least with your gun, fairly quickly. View range is appalling at 350 meters, but then it is a Russian tank and you should be used to that by now. And rate of fire is not too bad with the upgraded 107mm, just over 5 rounds a minute. To make this tank work, you're going to have to load a full complement of equipment, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Right, so this tank, and what it's mostly known for, is its armour. If you look at the values on the screen, that is pretty damn good, and I'm not going to go into any other apps to show the armour build, because it is pretty damn good all the way around, apart from except when you get the upgraded turret. There is a weak spot on top of the turret which everybody knows about. It has another mini turret with some machine guns in. That is called a weak spot, although a lot of enemy tanks the same tier and lower are still going to have trouble penning that mini turret unless they use premium ammunition, and you're going to need pretty much 200mm of pen or over to get through that mini turret, so you still will bounce quite a few shots on that mini turret, and hopefully I will show you that in some gameplay after we've looked through the stats. These armor stats are with the upgraded turret. The lower down turret does have slightly less side and rear armour on it, but it's still a lot more than most other tanks get. And this tank probably, I'm going to say, is the best tier 8 tank for side scraping. You can disagree if you like, but that's my opinion. Onto the research tree. The stock tank is like playing a KV-5 with a broken engine using the 107mm gun. The tier 7 one is pretty poor. It's going to be quite a grind to get through this tank, although the stats are going up all the way until you get the top 107mm gun. You're going to be using the lower tiered 122mm guns. They're inaccurate, they take a long time to aim, you don't have much pen, but what you do get is a nice big alpha damage, 390. So you want to stock quite a bit of premium ammunition just to help your grind out as much as you can until you get the top gun. Before you get the top gun though, you can choose to upgrade the engines and the turret before you get the top gun, and I would do this because the rate of fire gets buffed slightly. You've got that nice engine power as well to help you get around the battlefield just that little bit easier. Once you've earned some more experience, you can then go up to the very top package, which is an upgraded 107mm cannon, so you get nice pen, better rate of fire, alpha damage is down, but the DPM is increased with the rate of fire buff, and you can bring that up even further with some equipment, and it is slightly more accurate, but aiming time is still bad, so you need equipment again. So first piece of equipment I recommend is coated optics. You only have a few 350 meter base view range, so you need that to bring it up. Don't need binos, because if you're far enough back to need binos, you're not playing the tank right. Second piece of equipment, a large caliber tank rammer, just to bring your DPM up, and because it's quite a low rate of fire, even though it's slightly more than the 122mm guns. Third piece of equipment, most definitely vert stabs. The aim time on this tank is horrendous. You want to be getting in hold down position or side scraping and just moving backwards and forwards to take your shot, and the vert stabs will reduce your aiming circle from blooming by 20%, and 20% is quite a big figure, so I would definitely take vert stabs. Right, on to some gameplay. This isn't an Ace Tanker replay, but I chose this replay because it does highlight just how troll the armour can be, even when you're playing like a bit of a donkey, like I was in this one. If you want to see KV-4 Mastery replay, there is one on my channel, and I'll try and leave a link to it at the end of this video. Yeah, I had quite a good game, even though it was a defeat, and blocked nearly 8k by the armour. So you can see just how crazy this thing is. 8k blocked by armour, that would have been enough to complete one of the heavy tank mission 15s on the PC version, with the amount of damage I took as well on top. So you can see just how good, I mean, a lot of people use the mouse to complete heavy tank mission 15 on the PC version for their missions. Don't know if any of you guys are into that sort of thing, but if you know about it, you know that 8k blocked by armour in any tank is good, let alone at tier 8 heavy. So what can we say straight away? The engine power. It's quite a heavy tank, like I said, but 1200 horsepower has meant we've got here. We're not the first round, but we're not far behind some of the faster tanks. Just gone past a KV-5. It's a very, very similar tank, although the KV-4 just has that much better gun. There we go there. Russian gun, but it's not too bad in terms of accuracy. When you get this gun, you will appreciate the difference between the 122mm gun and the 107 in terms of accuracy. I didn't realise at this point I'd sold my equipment after an update. I don't know if I'd sold it or it disappeared. All of my equipment after the update seemed to disappear. I was going to put a ticket in about it, so I don't have vert stabs fitted, but if you can see what I mean about having vert stabs in this situation, if I had vert stabs fitted, when I pushed out, my aiming circle would be 20% less bloomed, so I'd be able to fire a lot quicker than I can now. We're still not doing too bad. I love this position on this map. You can angle your armour perfectly. Does leave your weak spot on the turret a little bit exposed, and I think the enemy team are going to take advantage of that in a minute. Pick up the first kill there. That sort of range, this gun is more than enough accuracy to, you know, easily take down low health targets like that. Shots like that really aren't going to work with this. I don't know why I did that, to be honest. Just keep the gun firing, I suppose, but I should really be concentrating on other tanks for more chance to pen. Same with that shot there against the lower tier tank of this. That sort of angle on a front plate. Not really much point me wasting around. From this position I can angle my front plate slightly more than I would normally, because the shape of that hill protects the drive wheel. So our front plate in this game with these sort of tanks, enemy tanks. Our front plate is pretty much impenetrable by them, although I did overextend a little bit in front of that IS-3 and he managed to shave off some more health. We go there. That's IS-3's front plate. Even though on his pike nose, this gun has more than enough pen to go through without premium ammunition. So I'm side scraping the hill now. Should mean I take no damage from the IS-3 or the 1390, but I am leaving myself a bit exposed to that guy on the left. 1390 is rushing, but he's not concentrating on me, which is a good thing. Don't really want to turn my hull. Get one into him on the way past and I should let our guys sort him out a little bit easier. And the IS-3 takes advantage of me not paying attention there. Even though I had my hull the right way, my turret was round the wrong way. Nice shot for his side armour there. Pull back, but he's pushing out, so I need to face hug this guy. We bounced that shot. And that was a poor shot. Should have aimed for it. It was really small cupolas. The reason I'm face hugging this guy is because I don't want him to have the elevation to hit the weak spot, which is always having a look at doing it. We take a hit from behind. I'm on absolutely no hit points now. We still get a bit of ramming damage on the IS-3. Aiming for his cupola this time. And we take down the IS-3. Now we have an Indian Panzer firing at a side armour. There's no way he's going to go through there. Nicely angled using the wreck of the IS-3. Gives me time just to eye up some shots. There we go. Very, very lucky to miss that eye splash there. The Indian Panzer goes down. But armour held up very well there. Took no damage from the Indian Panzer, even though he fired probably 6 or 7 shots. Right, I'm not going to show the rest of this match because it's a bit boring. Basically I get killed by artillery, our 2 tank destroyers make a massive mess of it. And one of our artilleries drives all the way over and shotguns the last guy to take the victory. So I'll just show you the end plate. Let's have a look at the results of that match. So over 5,000 experience for a double, that's not too bad for a tier 8 heavy tank. Nearly 60,000 credits, high caliber. Class 1 mastery. 15 pens in a KV-4 is not bad at all. Right, so nearly 4,000 damage and over 1,600 base experience. Not a bad game for the KV-4. Fortunately, this was prior to the last update, so you can't see the damage blocked by armour on this one, but I no doubt it would be quite a lot. Last little clip for you guys. I just want to show you what this thing is like. Side scraping. This is going to be, although I didn't do a huge amount of damage because I was pretty much locked down in this position for the whole game. This is 6k blocked by armour. So I'm side scraping from this building. Well, I'm just going to sit here. See, someone from the back managed to snipe a shot into my mini turret. In a minute we will find out, but it's a Rheinmetall Borsig back there. That guy, if he's using the 128mm cannons, he's got more than enough accuracy and penetration to pen the mini turret. There we go, so you've been tracked by the Borsig, I think. Damaged my track, so we know he's back there. I think I even tried to blind fire him, but I failed miserably. There we go, he hits us again. I would have thought, after he managed to pen the mini turret the first time, he would have carried on firing at the mini turret, but he didn't, which was lucky for me. My mistake here was to not move enough. but I'm still bouncing pretty much every shot that comes up here. In a minute, the AT-15 is going to bounce so many shots that he's going to switch to high explosive, but even then, still doesn't manage to do much damage at all. There we go, he's switched to high explosive. So I'm pretty much perma-tracked, but he's not doing any damage. So he's just wasting money really. Managed to get one into his little hatch there, and he's turning his attention to someone else and presenting a nice flat side armour. And there we go, that was 6k block by armour in a very, very short period of time. There we go guys, a quick review of the KV-4. I hope you found it informative, and if you're looking to get this tank, I hope it helped you make your mind up whether you're going to get it or not. It's a really good tank in the right situation. I suppose it's like any of the tanks really. They're not good at everything. Some stuff, especially the KV-4, town fighting and any way you can side scrape or anything like that, it is a really, really good tank. Right, hope to be back with the SD1 review soon guys, so look forward to that. Cheers guys, see you later.